Hi, this is Prue. So I wanted to do a video about our new moon, which is tomorrow, which is the 14th of December, and it's in Sagittarius. So let's take a kind of a back step or a sort of pause for a moment, and let's think about, what do new moons represent? Well, they're a time that we have each month, the beginning of a new cycle. This is the time to think about a new intention. It's a time to think about, what do we want to create in our life? But remember, there's no moon in the sky. So we're going to look up in the sky and it's going to be dark. So it's almost like, if we think about, the moon illuminates the path, the moon illuminates the unknown. In many ways, we're asked to almost take this step of faith, to almost go, this is what my wish is. I don't know how to get there. I don't know quite how it's going to look. I don't know the route, but this is what I want. This is what I'm going to create, and then trust that the path will be shown to us. So when we think about this new moon in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is one of the most optimistic, the most I want to say the word cheerful, strangely. Sagittarius is very much about looking at the positives, looking at the options. Sagittarius likes to ask the big questions of life. What's it all about? What am I here for? What's the point of it all? What do I believe in? Where do I get my faith from? It's very much a truth seeker. Sagittarius loves to quest. It loves to seek something more than what the world can show us. So this is a real opportunity to think about, where, number one, is this new moon in your natal astrology chart. So look for 23 degrees of Sagittarius if you have your natal chart to hand. And if you don't have that, just think about, what is it that I want to put a new beginning? Where in my life do I want to start a new chapter? What am I being pulled towards? And often we'll have a sense of an alignment between what's going on in your astrology chart and where you are right now. And it's a really potent time to set this intention, because not only is this a new moon, it's also a solar eclipse. And because we're in eclipse season, and eclipses, well, for our ancestors, they'd be like terrifying, because suddenly the sky would turn black and they would think, oh my gosh, someone's going to die, the king's going to die, doom, we're going to be overtaken, famine, the whole kind of like, let's imagine our brains taking fear to its extreme. But now we know that they're not the harbingers of doom in many ways, but they are suggesting a big shift in energy. They do represent the highs and lows of life, but in a way that we can't predict. So when we've got this eclipse on tomorrow, on Monday the 14th, it really is about, the energy is strong. So in some ways you may be just feeling a bit unstable, just not kind of finding your feet right now, because the energy isn't that stable. There's a whole load of new, fresh energy coming in. And the best way that we can make the most of it, that you can make the most of this in your life, is actually going, what do I want to create? And remember, eclipse energy lasts for 6 months. So whatever you set your intention, whatever you wish to create, whatever it is that you want more of, you're going to be seeing the results of that in 6 months' times. So it's very much about, yes, let's just take a leap of faith in many ways, but also let's ask ourselves, what is it that we believe? What is it that we are connected outside of day-to-day life? Because I think that's always where the answers are, and it's all very unique and personal to us. So I'm wishing you a really wonderful new moon. I'm really wishing you a new, exciting chapter in whatever way you want to use it. I mean, there is a big shift change from the last cycle that we had, and I love Scorpio, but the Scorpio moon cycle that we had last year is intense. This one has more of a optimistic feel to it. Now it's in a square, astrology wise we'd call it a square, so we could say it's connected. There's some resonance with the planet Neptune, and Neptune is all about it's connected to the seas, the waters. It's very much about boundaries. It's where we have Neptune in our chart. We may feel a bit confused and vague at times. So you may feel like, oh, I'm not quite sure where my next step is. What do I want to create? It's been such a unusual year for myself. So if you're feeling that, if you're feeling a little bit more Neptunian than Sagittarius, trust that you'll get the answers through your dreams. Meditate, journal, daydream, go inward, because what we'll see really, your calling is very much going to come from within rather than out there. So the more that you can trust your inner instinctive voice, the more that you can trust that inner wisdom that you have, the easier it is to really make the most of this new moon. So, get journaling, get daydreaming, get meditating, and have an amazing new chapter, new wishes, new intentions tomorrow.